Hello everyone, it's me, Sarah Burns and the Invisibles, and we're going to be exploring empowerment through failure and what it is to really allow oneself to be honest if something is just not working. No matter how much money, how much focus, how much presence, how much dedication you've put into a project or into a desired outcome, and how powerful it is to just sit back and be like, you know what? This is not working. This is not going in the direction I need it to go in. I am accepting failure here. And I use failure because it's a heavy word, but what I realized was that in putting together this tour that I was working on in November, I'd got to this place where I wasn't accepting that the alignment and all the foundation that was really needed to make this super successful just wasn't happening. The connections weren't happening, the money to support the investment wasn't happening, the pieces weren't happening, and for a long time I was dedicated on powering through this and putting my energy towards making it happen because I'm very capable of doing that. And so the other day, after a women's gathering where we were able to really get into what is it we wanted insight on, it became so clear that the most empowering decision I could make was to cancel this tour and to do it from a place of really honoring the quality of offering that I have and that I desire to bring to this world by not settling for a structure or a foundation that wasn't really able to provide the space to let this shine. And why I bring this up is I find that a lot of people it goes both ways, can wait too long on having this perfect timing, the perfect situation, everything dialed in to get your offerings to the world. That can happen. And I'm not supporting that, but I am supporting that moment when you can just accept that just because life isn't aligning for something that is so dear for you doesn't mean that it devalues the essence of your offering. That what you want to bring to this world isn't needed or wanted. Might not be wanted or needed yet. The alignment may not be yet. But to not take that always as an example that what's precious to you is there's no space for. And so what we're going to be exploring with the Invisibles today is their insight on failure, the empowerment that comes through failure and reassessing. So here we go. You are not the outcome. That comes from success. That feeling of, yes, life is completely in sync with my desire and my dreams and my goals, and it's reflected in the physical form. It's reflected in my community's engagement with my desires. It's reflected in my body. What we're speaking to is how powerful it can be to allow oneself to sit in the throne of knowing that there is not a scarcity of time, that there is an abundance of divine right synchronicities and circumstances that want to help you weave together the foundation that can truly hold the masterpiece you wish to bring to this world. That is what we're here to explore. What if you had all the resources you needed to validate taking the time and creating the space for the presence your unique offering desires? Letting it incubate so that when it's truly ready to shine and present itself to the world, that's when the birth happens. How to explore what a fully termed project feels like. We speak to this also in the idea that sometimes there are premature projects where the excitement, the build-up, the desire to be seen in what you have been creating is so palpable that these projects want to launch into the world. And it's in that premature launching that the momentum and the endurance to truly give that project the foundation of life it needs to thrive may not be there, which doesn't change how beautiful this project is. But it's in that failure to thrive that even deeper appreciation can come to anyone. So if you are holding something dear to you, it's clearly not finding the rooting it needs to drink from that taproot, to be nourished in a sustainable way. One way of noticing that this is happening is your adrenals are flaring up, is a feeling you are solely responsible for making this happen on all platforms. What would it be to change the belief that you know what you are seeking is ready to be born and held by the world? That you will know by the outcome of the responses in your own body and in the flicker around you from those that are dear to you. This doesn't change the importance of articulating what you're creating, what's important to you in the world. That there can be a build-up there over time. Asking for ideas and suggestions and input is important. But to fully birth any project can be most nourishing if there's a feeling that there is a support network ready to receive, ready to support, ready to network, ready to help send essence of what is here and palpable to where it's needed, to help distribute your message. Thank you. Wonderful. So blessings to all that is dear to you and to those parts of you that are creating and that are holding that nectar, that inspired genius within you, seeking an outlet. Have a beautiful day. Aloha.